Hey everybody, this is Eric Smith from the Dev Banner. This is a supplemental video to help those who don't know much about Get and kind of things I'm explaining here. Um, this is the video for you. If you already know how to use Get, then you might want to pass on this video. So what I plan to do with Prognos is for you to get a copy of my and interact a copy of this repo and interact with it all through this series, and then to have your own so that you can keep track of your own work. If you do something differently than I do, great. So let's go to a terminal, and on Windows you'll probably be in PowerShell. With Get, there's a lot of GUI front ends to do Get. I've used the one in Visual Studio a few times, but other than that, I'm just a command line, because I think if you learn the command line, it's a part of Visual Studio, because I work in this quite a bit, and so I just like the command line. So I'm going to show you what I think you should do to get your project up and running and to get mine. So with that, you would once again go to your Go path and set that. And I am a couple folders into my Go path, and I'm at the github.com repo or folder. And if I look, there is a black flag already, and I actually do have Prognos already downloaded, and I think I'm not going to do it myself, but what you would do is you'd come over here, if I get the right window, and you'd come over here to this and say, okay, I'm just going to do, you can do HTTPS or SSH. I pretty much just stick with SSH. Since this is a public repo, you shouldn't have any issues getting this. And so in GitHub, in the GitHub folder where I'm at, you'd go into Black Flag. You'd make a directory called Black Flag Software, and you just do git clone and then paste that, and that should download it. Once again, I'm not going to do it because I already have it. And so we're going to go into Prognos. And once you're in here, you'll see that I'm already on this Ep1 done. Now, if you remember, I said in the last video or the first video that I'm going to give you Ep1 to do or done. Though the first episode, there's really not a to do, because you're setting up. That's your to do, is setting up. And so what you do, if you don't have Git, let me back up. If you don't have Git, install it. And it shouldn't, like I think with Windows, it should just install it and set everything it needs for it. So if you did Git version, you'll get a version. Macs, they come with it. Not usually always up to date, but Linux, I think they're pretty much installed. So if you just did git branch, you'll see that I have one branch, and the exclamation next to it is what currently you're on. I have a special bash prompt, I think is the tool, and this tells me which ones I'm on. If you feel free, go find that. I actually like it because it kind of tells me some things that are going on with Git, meaning this is the branch and this is the state of some of the files. So if I get status, that dot 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 2 tells me that I have 2 untracked files. And if I was to put those in, if I was to save them or commit add, then you would see a 1 here or something like that. But I'm not going to do that. You'll definitely see more of this down the road. So if you, let's say that there was a different branch, and I'm just going to check out, and I'm going to check out, oh, sorry, you have to do get check out. And I'm going to call this, I'm going to check out a new branch. That's what this minus B is. And I'm just going to say Eric. And so now it switches to this new branch. And if I do get branch again, then you'll see that Eric is done. And, so as long as you don't change anything, you can actually go to a branch relatively quickly. Once you start messing with the files, then you're going to have to either stash them or commit them to that branch before you can move to a different branch. That's not part of this video. I'm just showing you what you'll need as a reference for my my application, my version of the application. And so, and then now that I have a branch and I just want to go to another one, you just do, I don't need the minus D, and I can just say, nope, I'm just going to go to this other branch. Sorry. Yep, I made a mistake. There you go. Get checkout. See, it does things for you, like protects you. And so that's how you get checkout branch, get checkout branch, get checkout branch. So now that you have that, I think it's get fetch. We'll go and grab everything from that repo. So we'll go out and get the new branches for you. So now that you have that, we're going to go all the way back up. And let's say that you're saying, okay, well, where do I put my files? Okay, so you go to this is my Go path. I would go into source. That's where Go wants to find things, is your Go path /source. And then, if you have a GitHub account or a Bitbucket account or GitLabs account or whatever, then I would go into there. If not, you can make a directory called Prognos and call it good. You'll just have to remember what that full path is minus the source for reference in your imports, and we'll definitely talk about that. But I'll try to remind you of that. And then so here, if we just do an LSLA, there's nothing there. This is where you would go. You'd make a directory called CMD. You'd make a directory called internal. You'd go into CMD, and you can go VI or whatever tool you're using, Windows, or at this point you can open Visual Studio. Actually, let's just do that. So I can't remember, you're going to have to find it. There's a way to make it so that if you just type in code, it will open up a new window for you. I'll have to find that for you. If you don't, let me know in the comments, and I'll search that for you. But I'm just going to do that. What that does is it creates it opens that current directory in this code window, and so you'll see the directories I've made. You can come in here and say, nope, I want a new file, and call it hello world, hello. Type in package main and import fmt func main, no arguments and no return, and then print line hello. Okay, and save that. Open up a terminal. There is a you can't see it, but there is a menu called terminal, and I'm just going to go into CMD and then go run hello.go and package command line. Oop. I did not see you have to have main there. I mentioned that, didn't I? And then you get a hello. And at that point, you could have two of these open at the same time, mine and yours. Let's see if I can grab that, right? And you can do copy and paste and say, okay, well, this is what he's doing. What am I doing? And then you'll be able to use get to change the branches as we add more episodes. Once again, thanks for your time. And if you have any questions or problems, leave them in the comments and I'll get to them.
Please subscribe to the channel and make sure notifications are turned on.